So this video is going to explain how you can obtain an employee identification number, otherwise known as a tax ID number, for an estate when someone passes away. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you're at the official IRS.gov website, and you can copy from up here to make sure you're in the right spot. The big indication is if they're requiring a payment, you are not at the official site. Your request for an EIN through IRS.gov should be free. So you're going to hit begin application once you're here. You'll go down and check estate. From here, it's going to ask you to put in some information. It explains what an estate is. You'll hit continue. From here, you're going to put in the name of the person who passed away. Okay. So you don't need to choose anything under suffix, but you're going to type in the decedent's social security number, and you're going to actually get this information from the death certificate. So look to the death certificate for that. I'm going to plug it in real quick while I pause things, and then I'll hit continue. So on this next screen, it's going to ask for the same information regarding the executor. You're going to hit the button down here that selects the first option as an executor or personal representative. And then you're going to type in your first name, your last name, and your social security number. And then you will hit that you are more than likely the personal representative. Executors fine too. We typically go with personal representative. If you hired us for a probate action, you probably are the personal representative. And then you will go ahead and you will hit continue. On this screen, you're going to type in your address. The physical mailing address for the estate will be the address for the personal representative. So you'll put in all of your contact information here, as well as your phone number. And then, do you have a U.S. address that is different from the above? Hopefully you will say no, and then you will hit continue. When it asks you to tell you about the estate, don't assume that the county is going to populate right. I know for a fact in this case, it's not Hennepin, it's Washington. So make sure you choose the proper county where the estate was actually probated. Minnesota is correct. The date the estate was created, this is the date that you filed or your attorney filed the probate action. And you can actually get this information if you don't have it. You can get that from going to the court case lookup website. This is minnesotacourts.gov, and you can choose to access the case records. Hit access here, and it'll allow you, hit yes, I accept. It'll allow you to do a search. And let me see here, case search right here. You can go in, you can put in the name of the person, come down here. You're going to make sure you keep probate or mental health only, hit find, and it'll tell you, it'll bring up the name of the case, and it'll allow you to search for the date that the case was opened. It's the first date you'll see, and that's where you'll gather that information. Once I get into the client's case, I can actually see here the case details, and I can see that the date it was filed was 12/2/22. So I'm going to add that into the IRS form. This is going to be the closing month of accounting, is the month that you expect the accounting to end for nearly everyone. December is the end of the accounting year. Choose December and hit continue. Hit no. The trust or the estate will not have employees. Click the first option. You want to receive a letter immediately rather than waiting for it to come by mail. This is a summary of my application. I can see here submit. Once I submit this, it's going to produce an actual, here I've got my EIN number. So now I can go to the bank. I can use this as the estate's new tax identification number.